A 1, a 2, a 3. Ow.
I thought you were supposed to go a skilly dilly do.
Lick it now.
Why
Lick
not?
it good.
Why not?
Welcome, everyone, to episode 147 of the Talking Rad podcast.
That was unfortunate. That could have been bad.
We're your hosts.
It's indestructible.
It already has cracks in it, doesn't it?
The reason this one's late is because I went on a family trip, and so we had to delay everything.
How dare he have a family outside of us for?
I know, it was a last-minute trip, too. Cole listened to the whole idea get birthed.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
the
both.
last
You wanna-
minute, wasn't it?
Do you want to talk about it at all?
What is there to talk about? It was just a fun, wholesome, rated E family trip. Except Vegas. Vegas was not rated E.
He went to Vegas?
Wait.
What? What's the grimy
He
swear?
went to Vegas and hit the jackpot.
I definitely hit the jackpot. But now it's got me all sorts of messed up the last couple days. I feel like I'm riding a roller coaster of emotions.
Wait.
That's what happens when you
wait.
come into money.
I haven't heard this. You. What do you mean hit the jackpot?
He's got a lot of money now, Thane. He doesn't want to share
Okay.
with us. He's a jerk.
Or maybe your sneaking
Prostitute.
suspicion. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe your sneaking suspicion was correct. Maybe I had sex with a prostitute. Now I'm just in love with her.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a lot darker than you thought, Thane.
Wow.
And she has a kid, so it's not as easy as it used to be.
Yo.
Do you want to know what her stripper name was?
He's going to say candy with an
Cinnamon?
eye.
It was Renegade.
It was-
Renegade.
Her stripper name was Summon Spell, or whatever it is. What is it?
Summon sign.
Summon Sign.
It was Renegade Summon sign.
Is Renegade Summon Sign because you know what she is? A distraction.
Oh.
Be a gamer.
Yeah.
Be a gamer.
Yeah, you
She's-
can't be a gamer once
Yeah,
you got that
Yeah, you gotta stay on. You gotta stay on the gamer grind.
She's a very big distraction, and I haven't been able to not think about it for the last 3 days.
He
Thane.
can't play Elden Ring.
I've had a
It's
hard
not
time
working.
just focusing. Like, sleeping at night is probably my favorite time of the day because my brain shuts off.
I've
Damn.
seen him. He literally can't play Elden Ring. Like
When he's asleep.
he clicks play and it doesn't load up
Yeah.
because of this.
It's
'Cause he's
bad.
asleep.
It's bad thing because I got Renegade's number,
He said
but, like-
cinnamon. He plugged the names.
but like
Cinnamon was the first one. Renegade was the second one.
I'm just playing head games with myself at this point.
Oh, like Foreigner?
I think I just miss her. I
That
think that's
name's
what
not
it is.
hot.
Yay.
What, Renegade?
Yeah, it's not very
Anything.
hot. That sounds like
What's a sexy name that starts with R?
Rashonda.
Sean.
I came up with that one. You can't use that anybody on the
Is
internet.
that copyrighted?
It's copyrighted.
Even people, their real names are Rashandra. Or what was it?
Rashonda.
That made me feel better. I think just saying that. Yeah, I missed the stripper thing.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to talk about it anymore, Sky.
Well, if
awkward.
you were me, Zay, what would you do?
What would I do? Just be grateful.
Yeah, that's probably right.
That's all you can do, right?
God damn.
You got more moments to throw inside the piggy bank of emotions and
I know, and now I just need to learn to control my emotions. It's like that's what it is. It's like a roller coaster. There's just these awesome highs, and you're like, oh my god, this feels so good. And then when you're riding the lows, you're just like, huh, is the ride over? Can I go again? Then you have to wait in line.
But the lows of the roller coaster are pretty good too, though. Unlike actual roller coasters.
Cole's gonna do a hot take and
But-
say the lowest points are the best points. You gonna say that?
Well,
Here's-
you get a lot of G's.
Here's the thing, though, Cole. Here's the thing: is like, maybe I just need to change the way I'm looking at the situation. It's the roller coaster. The highs are fun, and the lows are fun too. I shouldn't even call them lows. It's just not going up. It's more like it's just you're going like this on the roller coaster.
A plateau.
Plateau.
Yeah. Those are the worst roller coasters. It's a tiny, tiny world.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I did. I saw the Grand Canyon. That's kind of a sight for sore eyes.
I've been to the Grand Canyon.
It's amazing,
big.
dude. It's so.
My
big.
parents told me not to throw rocks at the bottom because there were people walking. And
I
Did you
definitely
throw
threw
'em?
rocks.
I threw like 2 of them, and then my mom said, "Stop."
Then you
That's
could have
like,
killed someone.
oh.
I threw
okay.
rocks.
What if Thane's
When I
wanted
went
They
in
weren't
the
that
state
big,
of
but
Arizona?
they could have made someone bleed. So
Jeez.
could have made someone bleed.
He's wanted for like attempted murder. Oh my gosh.
I remember that trip. I beat Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Well, that's
And
cool.
to that day, that's the only Pokemon game I've beaten.
So this was a long time
He played
ago.
one of the worst ones, so that's what's sad about it.
Hey, it wasn't the worst one in my heart.
He didn't know, Cole. He didn't know.
You didn't know.
I had Lucario on my winning team.
Let me get you hatched out of an egg.
Yeah, gave it to me. They gave it to me, and it's the only way you can get a Lucario in that game.
I'm effing cold, like all the
I know,
time.
that's why I got my jacket on.
Do you
Listen,
guys freeze in your room? I
listen,
freeze in my bed.
I
Sometimes.
could never beat Ruby and
Sometimes.
Sapphire as a kid
don't.
because it was too hard. But Diamond Pro was easier on me, so I was able to beat it.
See,
That's surprising.
those are stripper names. Diamond and Pearl, those are stripper
Oh,
names.
yeah,
Ruby and
yeah.
Sapphire.
He's talking about
Ruby and
strippers.
Sapphire.
He's not talking
Platinum.
about Pokemon. Stripper.
there
Scarlet and Violet, strippers.
you go.
Ruby
yeah.
and Sapphire are a bit too jacked and they scared me, but Diamond and Pearl were a bit more.
They were dudes.
What's funny
They were dude
is
strippers.
They were
that you could make the argument that Diamond and Pearl is a harder game than Ruby and Sapphire. So that's why I
maybe
find it
because I was
interesting.
older and I was more into the current Pokemon at the time. I don't know.
I beat Sapphire as a kid. Get wrecked, kid thing. My kid self could beat you up when you were a
Okay,
kid.
screw you, man.
When time travel was invented thing, let's go back in time and watch our kid selves beat each other up until who wins. I got money on myself.
I probably would beat you up.
You think? What do you think? Like
I'm bigger.
8-year-old
And I'm
Cole,
stronger.
8-year-old Cole, and
I
8-year-old
said
Thane,
that.
who wins?
Probably 8-year-old Cole.
You think so?
I mean, I don't think 8-year-old Thane's a fighter.
I don't think 8-year-old
He's
Cole's
more of
a
a
fighter
lover.
either.
Dane's more of a lover at that point.
Yeah, but Cole, you know how to make homemade dual discs. You'll bop him
That's
with
true.
something.
That's true. I could bop him with a dual disc.
One of my buddies at work today, we were talking about dual discs, and I told him about you. I'm like, yeah, I had a friend who his parents wouldn't buy him one, so he made his own. It's pretty cool.
That's where that story ends.
Yeah.
Oh, nice,
I don't know.
nice.
I don't know.
I thought you were going somewhere with, like
Didn't
the
even
friend.
brag.
Like had something.
You thought he was gonna brag about you or something?
I thought he was gonna say the friend had an interesting comment to come back with it, not just.
Oh.
I told him about you. That was kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, he's kind of he's
Where's-
just awestruck. He just didn't know what to say.
Worst part about dual discs is when you put the magic in the slots, you gotta remember what magic you put in. You gotta keep, or otherwise you gotta keep pulling out and read what it says, because you can't see the magic slots.
I mean, that's kind of how it is in the real game. You still put them face down. You gotta like flip them up to look what
But
it
it's
is.
holographic. Oh yeah, I guess.
It's not holographic. That's only in the anime.
Yeah. Man, imagine in VR, we'll be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh like it's in the anime, in the
But
metaverse.
nobody will know how to play
Then are you gonna edit your metaverse penis?
What? No.
with the slider.
Yeah. It's got a cock creator.
Gross.
What? It's the
See-
metaverse. We're talking
see-
about your dick here.
See if we can buy meta property next to Zuck. That'd be kind of cool.
Zuck.
Yeah.
I want to be his neighbor.
It's like,
Buy like
yeah.
half an acre in Meta Hawaii. That'd be cool. All of us pitch in our life meta savings.
I want a bit of.
We all pitch in our meta savings to buy 1 acre or something.
I want to
property.
get a bit of Meta Maine, and Meta Iowa, and
Okay.
then like maybe those.
Oh,
those,
Maine. Okay, stay. I was like, what?
Excuse me.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
the
sorry.
places,
Okay.
and then maybe like that land mass will accrue in value,
Okay.
and then I can sell that and get a plot in Meta Hawaii next to Zuck.
Hey,
You know,
that'd be cool.
penis creator's fun and all, but I'd rather have a woman creator.
You can do that
a
too.
meta woman.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be a female avatar.
No, I'm gonna be male, but I'm gonna create a woman.
Oh,
That's
like
such
a.
Side.
That's such
Like
a bad
a-
joke.
like
A
a
sex
girl.
doll.
Oh.
That's such a bad joke. You could say I meta woman.
You made joke. I didn't even think of that.
So I got a fun little story. Skylar heard the whole story at this point, but I don't think Zay and Thane have heard the full story. So a couple weeks back, I had to buy some stuff on Amazon for a prop in a video that I'm doing, and I was like, cool, I'll buy this, and then it'll be here. If I buy it now, it'll show up before I record for sure, no matter what. And the day it's like gonna get delivered, I look at my emails because I check emails to make sure I know when the tracking is,
Yeah.
And I look at it, and it says it was delivered. I'm like, oh, sweet. That's in the mailbox or whatever. I go out to the mailbox. It's not in there.
Oh, no.
And I go, uh-oh. Maybe it's like on the back porch. Not on the back porch. I'm like, uh-oh. That's not good. Come to find out, I swapped the... Huh?
Hmm?
What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said coal.
Oh, I burped.
Oh, gross. I swapped the cardinal directions. The east and the south, I flip-flopped them.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I flip-flopped them.
So now you have to go look for that.
And so what I did was I went onto Google Maps and typed in the address that I put into Amazon to go find it. And lo and behold, it was only like a block away from our house. Luckily enough, I really lucked out there. And I go to the house, and it's not even technically that exact address. It's like 2 numbers off.
Oh, no. So did you have to, like, walk to each house or something?
So I go to the house that I think it is, and I knock on the door. There's no answer.
Oh, no.
They're not home.
This would be... I would hate this
Knock on
if I
the
were
door.
you.
So,
No answer.
and as I'm looking at their house, I noticed the garage doors open the first day I go there. So I'm like, okay, they're just out because there's no cars in the garage or in the driveway. And so I go back home, I bring a note, and I put it in their mailbox that says, like, hey, I'm so-and-so. I messed up my addresses. I left you probably got a package for me. If you could let me know, that'd be great. Here's my number.
Yeah.
No calls. No calls that day. No calls the next day. And
Wait, when was this? Sorry.
it was probably a week ago at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I go back the next day. I didn't get a call or anything while I was at work. And so I go back that day, and I notice the garage doors closed. And I go, so there's definitely been movement here. And I go knock on the door. Nobody's home still. Nobody's still home.
What the heck?
And I'm like, well, I guess whatever. I guess I'll come back in a couple hours. I go back in a couple hours. Still nobody. Nobody home. The next day, I think this is Friday at this point. Last Friday. I go there after work. Still no calls at this point. 0 calls. I go there. The garage door is still closed. Nothing looks like it's changed. I go there, knock on the door. Nothing. Nobody home.
What the heck?
And as I get into my car and start to drive away, I think, I'll just try the neighbors just in case. You never know. Go to the neighbors, knock on the door. Oh, hey, are you that guy that's looking for their package?
No way.
Basically, yeah. And so they gave me my package. And I told them, because the Amazon order that I had ordered was split into 2 separate orders, I said you might get another package later in the next couple days. And if you like, I can give you my number. You can text me, blah, blah, blah. And so I gave him my number, and literally that same day, Thane walks in my room and said, hey, there's a package for you just on our doorstep or something. He gives it to me. It was that package.
Oh.
So the people must have just went to our house and dropped it off on the doorstep.
Cool. They brought it. That's cool.
I want to clarify. Thane, how did you find that package? Was it
It's
just
on the table.
It was on the table.
Yeah.
So Colby must have brought it
Colby
in.
must have brought it in then.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's cool.
So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. So to wrap up the empty house though, when I got my package from the neighbors, I walked over, put my package into my... No, I didn't put it into my car. I just walked over to their mailbox, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get my note because I want to see if it's in there as well, and I don't want them to get it if they haven't seen it yet. I open it, and it's still there, and their like mail for the next couple of days was there too, so they just hadn't gone into their mailbox yet. I just grabbed my note and walked away.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
thought you were gonna say like they saw you or someone saw you. I'm like,
oh, could you
"Ooh."
imagine? No,
Yeah.
no. I just grabbed my note and it said like, man, I don't want them to see the note at this point. I already got the package.
Yeah.
I'm done. So I grabbed the note and I drove back home, and I have what I needed for the video. I haven't recorded the video yet, but I mean,
Dude, that's cool.
We got it.
Worked out.
Beautiful.
All right.
What if they would have said, sorry, no package? They just keep
Sorry,
it.
Sorry.
no package. Sorry,
the person
no
that-
package. Like Ben Stiller. He like throws it.
Is that from
throws it
Animal?
away.
What's that
What?
from?
No, it's just Ben Stiller.
Sorry, no package.
Oh, he doesn't play an animal. That's Rob Schneider.
the person that
Are you thinking about freaking Zoolander?
yeah, I was
probably.
thinking Zoolander.
Oh, okay.
The person that I got the
Sorry.
package from, though, they said they got the package and said, I don't remember ordering anything from Amazon. And they opened it up and looked at him like, I definitely don't order this stuff.
They opened it. Oh no! Press charge it. Oh my
Well,
god!
it was their house.
Yeah.
It was their address.
Your name's on it.
But it has your name on it. I mean,
I don't. Do you ever look at your name typically when you go? Like, I guess it's different because all 4 of us, get
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah. If
I
I saw
definitely-
someone else's name on it, I'm not gonna touch it.
See,
even
I
if
don't.
it's-
Yeah, when we get all the other mail from like whoever, I always always put it in the corner. I just chuck it.
Yeah, but I don't think they look
if it's not who I recognize, then I just throw it away.
But okay, so let's put it into perspective. Say you're the only one living in this house.
Yeah, very different. Very different.
Would you ever look at the name? Would you just open it automatically?
I'd open it.
I would never look at the name either. So I understood why they did. I didn't care. My stuff was there.
Did they say any? Wait, what was it? Is it will spoil the video or something? No,
it doesn't matter. It'll come out like a couple days out, like the next day after this comes out.
Marketable
it was a
plushie.
Mario plushie.
Oh, is that when you sent a snap?
Yeah.
Oh.
I sent a snap. Was like, I finally got him. He's acquired.
Imagine the person.
Marketable plushie acquired.
Who is this? It's some wild Italian plumber.
Look at this cartoon man.
M on his hat. What?
Yes.
Red? What?
M for Mickey Mouse.
I also because I don't have Amazon Prime on my account, which is why this was the mix-up to begin with, because I was using my own account.
Yeah.
I didn't have Amazon Prime, so I had to like $25 or something to get free shipping. So I also bought a volume of manga as well. Oh. So I bet they were just like, what is this weirdo buying a Mario plush and this weird Japanese book? It's backwards. I can't read this.
Yeah, that reminds me of it's kind of similar, but we accidentally got the neighbor's was it plumbing thing
Is their water bill?
Water bill. We got their water bill, and I had to leave for home and said it was I think during Christmas. Said, hey, before you leave, make sure to go take that bill back to the neighbors.
And you guys pawned it onto Thane.
And so I walk around the establishment, and instead of just knocking on the door, I walked to the front door. Instead of knocking on the front door,
You opened it?
I tried to just kind of slide it in, but the door is tight. I can't really put it in. And it's like,
oh no.
what do I do? And so I just go
knock
check
on
the
it.
mailbox, and the mailbox is just full of mail, and I'm like, chuck it in there. And it's like, yeah, there you go.
It was full. You know it's highly illegal to open up somebody else's mail, right?
So both of you broke laws.
No.
I
You
looked
can open
around,
a
but I
mailbox.
looked
You don't-
around
This guy
for
can't
it
touch
and
anything,
just like
probably.
You're not
slid
supposed to
it in.
open up their mail itself.
I don't think you're supposed to open
It's
up
a
their mailbox
felony.
either. I think it's.
I don't think opening up their mailbox is a felony because you're putting something in there. It's not that bad.
No, sometimes some people will
and if you're
leave.
retrieving what you put in there the day before, then it
I
doesn't.
think
I don't feel
Technically,
bad.
it's your property.
It's
I
my
think
property.
some people will leave stuff like a newsletter or
Yeah,
like a
it's
little,
not illegal to open up a
Yeah.
mailbox because you can put stuff in other people's mailbox.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
They do that. Don't some church groups do that? They like just slip a little pamphlet
Occasionally,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do know though you can't destroy a mailbox. Like if
It's
you,
illegal too.
it's a felony.
Oh yeah.
Anything with the mail like that's destructive
this
to it
is
is
what
a
it
felony.
says. Mailboxes are considered federal property, and it's against the law to vandalize a mailbox or to open or take any mail deposited in it before those items are delivered to the
So
address.
it does say open, but it didn't say specifically
Oh,
mail.
that's what it says. There are no specific rules about opening someone's mailbox when you don't intend to open, steal, or destroy the letters. Okay, so technically, as long as you have no intention of touching the mail, you can, in fact, open the mailbox.
I had no intention of touching their mail.
We learned something.
I just
every
wanted
day.
to put my note in
I had
there.
no intention of
and then
touching
steal
the
my
mail
note
either. I
back.
just kind of thought, well, there it is. Just slide it in there.
I'm glad you didn't steal anything. Or,
By
like,
touching
open
their
up
letter,
anything.
though, Thane, you are a felon.
They got your
I'm just
fingerprints.
kidding, I'm
They got your
kidding.
paw prints.
Like Blue's Clues.
Yeah. Going to jail.
But yeah, I did feel a little weird taking the note back out of their mailbox, and the mailbox was really, really bad because like the hinge was broken. So like I'd like hold up the door because it's
Oh.
like duct taped and stuff like that. I'm like this is so
Gosh.
bad.
Jeez, just get a nice mailbox. Come on, guys.
Yeah, they should complain to their landlord. Unless they own the house, then just shame on them.
Yeah, I have no idea. I never met him.
Jeez.
As much as I tried, I didn't meet him.
Jeez-o.
Guys, March is over. It's almost April.
Man, that's
It's
wild.
March Cumnus. I'm sorry.
Elaborate?
No, don't, please.
No.
Hold on, yeah, elaborate. Where are you going with that?
March Sadness.
I love how Thane, you have your own tournament,
Yeah.
just with yourself. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's the March Madness you're talking about.
Oh, wow.
People are happy about DDD, destroy something December, but Thane's more into the madness in March. The mash marching.
The masturbate march.
March mashings.
Yeah. Mash meat month. Ooh.
Mash meat March.
Jeez. Well, Thane, good job.
Marching
I
to
hope
mash
you
their
win the
meat.
championship, Thane.
I hope you lose round 1. I just want you to be okay. I want you to be healthy.
Why do you want me to lose? You got something against me?
How do you win?
Oh, you know.
You finish? You win?
It's
you
own
know.
personal challenge.
It's a personal
Oh,
goal.
What is the
So
personal
wait, do you
challenge?
advance if you don't?
Is it if you
don't
wait?
jack it?
If you wait, or as if you do it every day?
God comes down and smites me personally.
You go March 1st, you go once. March 2nd, you go twice. March 3rd, you go 3 times. March 4th,
The
you go
doctor
4
told me. to
Okay,
take
I
the
hope you
pill-
lose then
Doctor
if that's
told
the
me
rules.
Doctor told me to take the pills, but I don't listen to him.
Oh no, this isn't good.
Are you okay?
Are you choking?
My dick is my only god.
You worship yourself, I guess.
That was terrible.
This is going to get a little graphic, but think about the episode of Courage the
Uh-oh.
Cowardly Dog where Eustace's toe becomes like a mob boss. That's you, but not your toe.
It's your bigger toe.
Yeah, the thing that's swinging between your legs. That's
and
the
it,
mob
like,
boss.
when you hear it speak, it goes, "You should kill your roommates."
Oh, like that.
No killing.
Like, yeah, kill the roommates. Yeah, your testicles are talking to you. We get him, boys.
They're like,
talking to his own-
the angel and the devil, but they're both the devils.
He's talking to
get
his,
him,
he's
get
talking
him.
to his own genitalia.
They slide up to my shoulders like, "Kill your roommates. Yeah, kill them.
One of them's got a British accent.
Go kill them, man."
Yeah, how about you kill that bloke with the beard at it, eh? The one that's he's always trying to touch your pecker? That's not it. That's not British. What was I doing? Was that like a borderline
You
Australian?
know, it's
accent?
always
bad.
disagreed on
This
your
was very
opinions.
bad.
You should kill him.
Kill him.
Yeah.
You're right after all.
Kill the guy that never agrees with you on anything.
Hates Elden Ring.
He hates Elden Ring and Mario and all that is holy in this world.
Can't deny.
Well,
To be fair, I played Elden Ring like for 5 minutes. I don't know if I can justifiably say I hate it.
Wait,
you did double jump on my horse a bunch.
That
Oh,
was-
did
that was
Skylight? Did you
awesome.
play on Sky's
Yeah,
account?
I played on Sky's account.
Jeez. What's
He
your
got-
KD?
he
What
got
was it? Was
killed.
it really low?
I
Or
killed
really-
a lot of the little baby guys,
Okay.
and then I got killed.
So you killed some of the harmless sheep or whatever they are that roll.
Yeah, honestly, that's what
guys
it
that
was. That's
roll?
what I killed.
That's what it was.
Yeah, literally those ones. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, and I
It's rolling.
slashed him. He died.
I had this
Mid-roll,
giant. I had this giant spike wheel though that he was.
It was like a
using.
chainsaw spike thing. It was cool.
That's sweet.
And I killed him because like I was on the horse and I like drag it behind and like it gets all spinning and
Oh,
stuff.
no.
And then whoosh, as they're like rolling, I chase him and get him. But when it was a real guy with a real sword, died like instantly. Didn't even like put up a fight. I don't think I hit him once.
Oh man.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, if you're a
Very good
masochist.
game.
Yeah. Yup. But I'd rather play Elden Ring than League of Legends.
Oh.
Who are you dabbing on?
Anyone that likes League of Legends.
Oh. Nobody likes League of Legends. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Everyone just plays it because they hate themselves.
Yeah.
Is it like that ass backwards therapy?
I mean, 65 million people probably play it because they hate themselves. Is that even how many active players are on
Probably
there right
more.
Yeah,
now?
you know
right?
Sane, man. You talk to him. He plays that
Are
game,
there
unironically.
how many games are there that have the acronym for them is like 3 letters and it's like World of Warcraft is WoW. What was that? League of Legends, LOL. Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D.
D&D.
How many are like that? Do you know? Can you guys think of any more?
There's lots. Like
The Elder Scrolls, TSE.
Lord of the Rings,
That's
TES.
LOTR.
no
No,
The
but like
Elder
maybe that does.
Scrolls.
I thought Dungeons and Dragons was gonna be one. Well,
Game of
Dungeons
Thrones
and
is
Dragons.
GOT, is GOT.
And
Yeah, but we're talking
G
about games.
and
God of War,
yeah.
GOW.
so but if it was and spelled out, it's dad.
GOW for God of War. And Gears of War, both of them.
Yeah.
I've heard both called GOW before.
I always been a stickler about that. I always wanted to call Gears of War short for Gears, not to confuse it with God of War. Which
Yeah,
is
I always like to
GOW.
say Gears too. The Pokemon games always have a specific acronym that the fans kind of put together. So like red, blue, yellow, RBY.
Okay.
Gold, silver, crystal, GSE.
Is there a Ruby one?
Yeah, ruby, sapphire, emerald, RSE.
Oh, okay, because Ruby could be RBY almost.
Yeah.
A little bit almost.
My favorite one though is Sword and Shield. They take SWSH
Okay.
for sword, SW sword, SH for shield,
Swoosh.
swish.
Swish, yeah.
And it's a sword. You're swishing a
Oh,
sword.
that's
I
cool.
love that one. That's my favorite one.
That's cool.
And then like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is Usum. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire is
Oh, there's
Oris.
Path. What?
Huh.
Well, I didn't say anything.
You say PS?
Yes.
Path of Exile's POE. Po.
Yeah, all the Pokemon games
Cod.
typically have
Cod.
that.
It's a fish.
Yeah, cod.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. That's I don't know how we didn't get that one originally.
Master
Yeah.
Chief Collections is MCC.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang.
So basically, the moral of it is, if your game is a long name, it's gonna have an acronym of some sort. People are gonna call it by.
Most of the time it's gonna be cool. Those all sound cool.
Elden Ring will send me to the ER.
With the heart attack.
But then,
You guys know that Heart Attack Grill that Matt Stoney did a video on?
Oh, yeah, one in Vegas.
Yeah, we stood on the outside.
Oh, that's
There's
cool.
a
On
bunch
the
of. I
outside.
recorded it too on my phone
Why didn't you go in?
Dude.
because we weren't
Is there a
hungry.
wait line
There
or
was
something?
tons of people, and there was a
Oh.
lot of really hot nurses in there.
That's kind of their
Would have
gimmick,
gotten
though,
a
right? Is to get you in there.
boner.
Yeah,
To get you in there is like, here's a hot nurse that gives you a big old burger.
yeah,
is
but
it
like
Hooters, but with not.
I was full.
Owls?
I don't need a hot nurse. I was full at that point.
Oh, Sky had already eaten.
We saw so many
Ah,
breasts.
did
Oh,
you
I gotta
see-
tell you this funny story. So
Oh,
you know
geez.
the dudes that are handing out the stripper cards.
Yeah, the calling cards. They're all
Yeah.
on the freaking ground.
Yeah.
They're all over.
Yeah. So my
It's like, good
brother-in-law,
lord.
he's never been to Vegas before,
Ah.
and the my mom and dad.
I was
only
about to ask
imagine.
which one, but you
I
only
can
have
only-
one
yeah.
brother.
Well, who else would it be?
Yeah.
He's the only one that'd be like, oh.
So this is what happened. This is what happened. My parents were in front, kind of leading the pack of baby chicks. And so my mom and dad split around the guy. They didn't even look at him, take the card. And then Avery and her boyfriend split and walked around the guy. And then Brigham and my sister were walking in front. And Brigham doesn't even look. He goes like this.
This is how he goes.
Guy hands the card. He just holds his hand like this. Brigham
Guy hands the card. He just holds like this. He doesn't even look. He just takes the card, looks at the card, and goes. Turns and looks at his sister and says, "What the?" And he throws it on the ground.
He didn't even look at the guy?
No,
He
it
just
was
drive
just like
by.
yeah, it was just a casual drive-by. And me and the other person I was
Yeah.
with were in the back, and
Yeah.
we were looking, and we just
Ba-dum.
started busting up laughing, dude. It was so freaking funny.
Dude. Oh, my gosh. No one else but him, man.
No, I kind of felt bad, but, like, I mean, it's Vegas. I think she already knew. The person I was with, she already knew what was going on, but we saw so many tits. There was a guy walking around with just this ginormous poster of boobs, and I'm just like, damn.
Was it your little brother with you guys?
Wait, what
Yeah, he
was
with
it?
us, too.
Oh,
Huh?
no.
Put a little blindfold on him.
Oh, my mom was horrified. But, like, at the same time, I'm like, Mom, we're walking the strip in Vegas. What'd you expect?
Yeah, you're not going to
Mickey Mouse?
that's
Which we
what
did
that
see.
silver-
We did see Mickey Mouse.
Remember when
Yeah,
I was
that
at
wasn't real
Vegas?
Mickey Mouse.
No, he did
Let's
that.
go.
I was
Oh.
at Vegas walking down like a sidewalk from our hotel to a little casino place, and on the ground just littered with porn cards.
Yeah, they're everywhere. We saw a couple strippers,
It's
too,
just
going home with
trading
some
cards.
dudes.
Are they just trading cards at that point? It's like,
They're little cards they give out, and they
I
have the
play
number
my,
on them.
I play my double D.
Yeah.
You
activated
activated Cheshire Crimson.
The stripper's name.
She's got cat ears because she's like the Cheshire cat, you know. But she's red. She's got red hair.
Dude, they're-
I cast my magic card. Chlamydia.
you activated my trap card. I'm a girl.
Oh no. Chlamydia would be an
Um,
equip spell card. You equip it onto one of your monsters.
You play my other trap card. It's a trap.
AIDS,
Um,
bankruptcy.
I've been to Vegas twice in my life. The first time I do remember seeing a lot of that stuff on the strip, and I was probably like 6 or 7 or 8. So I remember pretty well. And then the next time I was in high school, and I literally don't remember any of that stuff on this trip. We walked it too. Like I remember seeing like the actors.
I think they come out like around 8 or 9.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what time we walked around, but like we definitely were out late at times too.
I think the best part about Vegas for me, honestly, is just looking at the lights. Like
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't even go shopping. Like we just literally walked around the strip for 3 hours. We went into a couple casinos just because my dad was like, yeah, we used to come and hang out in these casinos, but like Vegas sucks, dude. Holy crap. It's just not. I don't know. It is not for me.
It's really, really cool if you do it right.
I did not do it right then.
What you're supposed to do is get a relatively cheap room at a hotel if you can find one. Typically, like the MGM Grand is relatively cheap, kind of sketchy, but you get what you pay for. And then you just go to shows all night. You go to different shows. Like there's so many different shows in Vegas.
See, that would be fun. Honestly, you're probably right. What we did, we just literally walked around and looked at things.
You do things like go to Tournament of the Kings, go to concerts, Cirque du Soleil, things like that. It's probably like $70 per night for a ticket, maybe more depending on the thing. I think like Tournament of Kings is even more than that, like $150 or something. But like, if you save up a good amount of money and you go to Vegas, you can have a really freaking fun time in Vegas. Plus, the food there is really, really good too. Like, it's a really sweet vacation place.
That sounds way more fun than what we did.
That's because you guys didn't have anything planned for your entire trip.
You got that right.
I don't know. I remember going to medieval times.
Did you eat one of those big old legs?
Oh
yeah,
that's freaking sweet, dude.
Little rotisserie chicken.
No, not little. It's huge.
Minecraft.
It's like freaking like this big, dude. It's as big as my
I
head.
ate the whole
Minecraft Stevenson.
Yeah, you said little rotisserie. It's not little. It's a big old chonking leg.
Is that how you eat all your food?
well, when I went to meal times, they had the big chicken. Like they had just a big chicken, like one of the game hens.
So that reminds me.
And they didn't have they didn't have forks. They only had napkins.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat with your hands.
Yeah.
So this is kind of relatable, but in high school, we have this fair in our hometown that they do every year, and
the county fair.
Yeah, the county fair. And Zay and I in high school we used to go every year, but we haven't gone forever. But anyway, Zay and then our other cousin Brendan that was with us one time. They got these ginormous turkey legs that were just sitting on the grill all freaking day.
You know the ones.
Just nasty because they were out all freaking day. So they bring them home and they start to bite into these just leathery, dry hunks of meat.
I've had a really good one there before.
Though. You must have caught them right when they threw them on there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh my gosh, when we got ours, dude. Oh, they were sitting there for a while because they were so tough.
What time of day was it? Like. Not like a
2
dinner
or
at
3.
lunchtime. Oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
it's like I
didn't even think about that. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they'll be like just nice.
$8 because turkey leg.
I've never bought one since then. I never bought one before then. That was my only one.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to expect. I'll try it out. Terrible.
Because I bought one alongside because they have corn on the cob at the same stand. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I bought corn on the cob and one of the chicken legs, so one in each hand basically. It was freaking good, dude. Corn and then chicken and go back and forth. It was good,
dude.
It really taught me a lot of things to move in with Thane, you know. Go back and forth.
I took a bite out of one of those chicken legs, those turkey legs they had. It was like just chewing on like a leather purse. It's like, dude, I could just go chew on my mom's bag if I want this flavor.
No, it's good. You literally
let me
just
chew on this
Gucci
bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chew on a Gucci
bag.
bag.
Pull a Gucci bag off the grill. It's the same thing.
What's that bag?
Wow.
Those are the games.
Oh yeah.
I still gotta give you money for that.
Reminds me of the one going medieval times. The one scene from Cable Guy.
Those, huh?
Yeah, probably.
We could do it all tomorrow. At least if one works, then 2 of us could play, and the other 2 can reach out.
Yeah. I mean, the girl I bought them from, she checked them. She looked at one. She's like, nope. She put it back in. She got this next one. She gave it to me. I'm like, okay,
that's cool.
At least you're looking out for me. Also, when I went in there, dude. Oh man, that place is so interesting. But I grabbed it. So I was walking and I first almost like the first games I saw were them. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, the very top.
I grabbed.
Can't reach them, too tall.
Yeah, I grabbed this freaking the stool or whatever.
Yeah.
And I walked over. I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to do this. And it was kind of wobbly. I'm like, I better hurry. So like I put it down. I grab it and I look over and she's looking right at me. I'm like, oh. I'm like, it's okay. This place is already sketchy. It's fine.
Man, they keep getting new arcades there, though.
Oh yeah, they
Like
do.
they're really building an arcade in that little area.
They're really building like some sort of fun center. Because have you seen all
Oh,
the
the
stuff that's in
background's
there?
like sumo wrestling or something.
No, they
yeah.
got like a little stage now with like, it looks like it's like a concert almost
Wait,
venue.
really? I haven't seen that part.
Yeah, they have like this little freaking stage at these big old speakers. I mean, it
Wow.
looks
Do
like
they
it's
have the
gonna be some sort of
animatronic animals
entertainment.
on there like Five Nights at Freddy's?
Honestly, it
Chuck E.
could be.
Cheese.
It really could be
So-
because it looks like they're setting up for it.
I saw a really cool arcade. They have Minecraft Dungeons,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
and it's like, and you can get like a card with like a QR code that'll like save your progress for next time you play.
Oh, that's.
Wow.
I thought that was
dope.
sick.
Wow.
So
And I'm
dope.
like, that's basically how Japanese arcades are. Is like a lot of those kind of games in Japan, you can like save your progress or whatever, save your stats on a card.
That's
And I got thinking, dang, that's really cool. They're doing that here.
That's a cool idea. Huh.
I just don't think arcades are too prevalent for it to be a
Yeah.
legit thing, feasible here. But maybe in bigger towns. But I think it's super cool though. They have something like that.
Yeah.
I like to go to the nickel arcades. Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah, but those aren't typically games. Those are more for like getting tickets, aren't they?
They have both. Like my siblings like to play the ticket games, which are total BS, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But my dad and I so we went for we drove.
Oh,
down
is that
for
when
a
you
trip.
sent the picture of
Yeah,
Gauntlet?
yeah.
Oh.
They had so many old arcade games, which is like really cool. Old arcade games suck
Which
though.
one? Where was this?
It was in West Jordan.
Okay, so kind of
Born and
farther.
raised.
Could-
Yeah.
Because I went to one, not too far from here actually, a long time ago, and they only had ticket arcades, and it was really, really boring. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, see, I don't like those, but that's all my little siblings like is those. But me and my dad, I spent $10, and I probably could have played for 2 hours on that $10.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'd love to go to something like that too
Yeah.
as well. I've been to one arcade, like a legit one in Boise when I was still up there. It was a really fun one. Like it was just one of those really dark rooms with tons of freaking flashing lights and arcades everywhere. It was pretty cool. I quite enjoyed my time.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. I mean, so the first thing we do whenever my family and I go to the arcades is we always go to the basketball shootouts and just obliterate the scores. Like it wasn't even, I think because I got there late, but when my dad got there, he said it was like 65. He beat it. He got like 115. Then my little brother beat his. He got like 120. Then my dad beat him again. And then Slade beat him again. So they're up to 140. And then I beat it with 165.
Jeez.
Ridiculous.
Couldn't get the 4 more, Scott. Really?
Nobody is ever.
Freaking
Yeah,
guy.
sorry. Nobody's
Disappointed.
ever gonna beat that record though. Like
Yeah,
there's
some little
no
kid got
freaking
65, just crushed his dreams.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
expecting to be like, yeah, I got the high score. Goes back, it's just obliterated. He's
Don't
like,
worry,
I
they'll
got
just-
100 more
they'll
points.
just,
than
they'll
me.
just reset your score the next day, Scott.
That's what I was saying, and I was telling my mom that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they just reset the scores every day because this is like a titan of a score. No one's ever gonna beat this.
But I mean, at least you have it that day, right?
And I
at least
recorded
Did you
it
just
too.
not
in that
miss?
game.
No,
You just-
I didn't. You
You hit
literally
every
to do
shot.
that. Yeah, you can't miss a shot.
You're just hucking those.
Yeah, like all you do is I don't
Same
even look at
motion.
the ball. You just go like this.
He don't even look at the ball. He just goes like that.
Yeah, you just go like this and you just hit the backboard. You just have to bank
Oh,
it.
you're banking it. Oh.
You have to bank it. Like if you don't bank it, you're not even getting close. Because if you bank it, it goes in faster.
Yeah,
Boom.
and it just keeps. Yeah. Dang, dude. That's cool.
I see. How's that? Our new arcade-like area in our hometown. You guys have been to that. What's it like? Is
I
it
went
good?
to
Is it
it.
bad?
It's a C tier.
I'd recommend going like later at night,
Oh yeah, that
just
one.
so you can avoid everyone.
Oh, there's people
That's
there.
me. I mean, at least me. But I mean, when we went,
It's
I
kinda
thought it was
cool.
pretty cool. There was some cool stuff. I mean, it's cool that they even have it now. But I mean, and then to top it off, you can get some freaking frozen yogurt, which is just great.
I hate Kiwi Loco. Is
Oh,
it
okay.
expensive?
I don't think so.
No, not the Kiwi Loco. Is the arcade expensive?
Oh, no.
Like 25 cents probably each thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's some games that are like $1 or
Yeah.
whatever because of the bigger ones, but no, I think it's pretty cheap for the most part. It was cool though. I liked it.
Because like when
Of
you
course,
guys
there's
were,
always better.
when
but
you guys were sending pictures and stuff like that, I was like, dang, that's pretty cool for our town. Like they don't have that kind of stuff for our town. Like it's cool to get something down there just because it's not much. You
Does
know?
Twin even have any like arcades, dedicated arcades like that?
No,
Have to be,
not
right?
like that. They've got like the laser tag arena kind of places.
Yeah, where we went mini golfing. Remember
Yeah,
that
there'd be
one?
something like that when they had like small like arcade games on the side, kind of just the ticket machines.
Mm.
I'm
Mhm.
sure they got some at the mall, maybe.
Oh yeah, they might have some at the
Just
mall.
I
some,
don't
like,
think so.
little
Just probably in
designated
the
area.
middle, where they got like those like you put a quarter in, you can ride around on a Dumbo or something like that. They got stuff like that there.
I've been there. There's not really. I didn't see anything like that.
Huh.
Yeah, They used to have that really big arcade, and then they like chopped it up into multiple pieces and put it separate places in the mall. And I was like, why?
Yeah, because they used to have a really big one, right?
Yeah.
There? I remember that.
And then it became like a fan store, like a store for like what college football team was it?
oh, BSU.
BSU, yeah.
I remember. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yep. Yeah, dang, dude, that was a while ago.
It's crazy though how like that kind of trend is basically just come and gone before our lifetime even. Because like my dad said he'd go to the arcades all the time in our hometown. Like there was a couple apparently, or one, or at least one anyway.
Mhm.
I remember going to one. Where was one? I mean, it was kind of one split with a pizza shop. Remember that?
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
say-
it wasn't even that. It was like a legit like dedicated place for arcades and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of what you see in the movies, you know.
That was like their way to play video games, though.
I
That was
remember there was
like
an-
before the home console days.
There was an initial D arcade machine, and you could have the card, and you could put it in and save your stuff, and you could transfer to more updated machines. Cole would have probably enjoyed that.
Or was that? Was that
That was in Twin.
really?
Yeah, they had they
Dang, that'd been
imported. It wasn't imported. It was localized. They had localized the initial D game.
I would have loved to have played that. I don't remember that. Granted, back when I was a kid, I probably wouldn't have cared.
I remember there's a video of like a Japanese businessman, and like in an arcade, and he's just like doing like sick drifts in the initial D game, and he's just like he knows every turn, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's probably just goes after work. He just goes to the arcade and just does that
Just
game.
drifts.
Yeah, just drifts.
Oh. Yeah, it's one of those things we really didn't get experience though, which I was always kind of sad about.
Dude, another thing too that's slowly fading out of existence is like freaking shopping malls. Like I've seen so many closed down areas in shopping malls, especially the one here.
Yeah.
Like Victoria's Secret
Bro.
left. That's one of the bigger ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bro.
But also, they have an arcade there too, though.
They've
Yeah.
got two technically.
Oh, they do?
If you count the one at the store.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They do.
Which
have
is
two.
really weird that they have, out of all the things in that mall, they have two arcades, which is just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because like Skylar said, they got rid of something like Victoria's Secret. Granted, I don't think it was they got rid of it. I just imagine the franchise owner decided to bag it because they couldn't get business during COVID.
Yeah. Maybe they weren't doing very well. But
So-
like that place where we go for games, like there's so much like old like games and VHS, and it's like that stuff is gone too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's sad. Just see all that stuff just sitting in there. It's a trip.
So, are the Pocatello Mall, like, used to be have a lot of places, and now like most of the lots for businesses are just for stuff for auctioning. Like they just put a bunch of stuff people bring into the auction, like to auction off. It's like
I don't think I've ever been in
multiple,
that mall.
multiple places, like areas like that used to have shops. Now it's just auction items. It's like, dang, this sucks.
Yeah, when I went to the mall the other day, they had this freaking like pop-up shop. It was for grand pianos, and they were selling them. I saw price tags, 35,000,
Yeah.
25,000. I was like, what a random. Let's just go buy a $35,000 piano in this little freaking like area, and transport it out somehow. I don't know like how you're gonna just on a whim. Like, yeah, I'll do
Wait.
this. Let me get it out of here somehow.
You said it's a pop-up shop, so it's like a temporary thing? Like,
yeah, it's because there was a sign that said last day for grand
Oh.
pianos or piano sale or something.
interesting. So they must, I wonder how like they just travel around and just like all over the country or something.
How profitable? I mean, how well can that do? I mean, I don't.
I don't know.
It's such a weird concept.
I mean,
Just a little freaking area.
I could
rent
see
it
them
and then
like
just-
buying a bunch of pianos from like estate sales, things like that, and getting them for relatively cheap, and then just refurbishing them and flipping them. I bet it's something like that. That would make sense, because that would also fit their traveling bill.
Yeah.
Because they just go all around the country, going to estate sales and garage sales, things like that, and getting them for pretty cheap. That's an
Man.
interesting idea, though. I feel like it'd be really hard to be profitable with something like that.
like I gotta see like who's gonna go in and drop 35,000 or 20.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for a piano,
I guess, but
if you're
like,
looking for a piano, that's literally what you're paying for.
Such
like a
an
legit
odd-
one.
I don't know.
You know
Because it
what,
was
like,
like a
even-
Monday afternoon. And it's like you have all these guys in there.
Oh, I mean,
And but there was no one in there walking around looking at them. It's just
Yeah.
the sellers in there. I'm like, this
you
is such
just
a weird
you just got to
thing.
look for a business like that. I imagine you just got to look out for the whales, because like my aunt has 3 pianos like that, and 2 of them are Steinways, which are both probably over $100,000. And so like there's a market for that if you have a whale in a I guess that's one of the terms you could use to buy stuff like that are willing to pay that kind of money and can, I guess.
Dude, musical instruments, especially high-end ones, are just crazy expensive. But if you look on Facebook, people are always giving away pianos for free. And
that's kind of what I was getting at. Like
yeah.
if they can find a deal, like say they
Yeah.
found a Steinway, which is like, I don't know, maybe $1,000 in Facebook Marketplace, and snatched it up, flip it for 50,000. That's like the low end too.
yeah, and a lot of them on Facebook, like at least some of the descriptions I read, they're like, "We're moving and need this gone. Can't help you move it. Come pick it up whenever you want, and it's
Yep.
free."
They'd have gone by this day. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, dang. But like pianos, as cool as they are, people are always giving them away for free just for that specific reason. They just need them gone.
Because they're such a pain. They can be such a pain to move
Yeah.
and worry about. And
You know something? Millions of pianos are dropped off buildings every day. So please adopt a piano.
yeah, adopt a piano foundation.
It's interesting. It's just a gag. Probably because of people moving them. They're trying to move them from like the top floor and use a crane and drop it on
I saw a
accident.
video of like how the PS2 startup sound was created. They drop a piano and it was like, whoa, and it goes, and then they just put in the PS2 startup sound. It goes,
Oh man.
I feel like pianos and harps are got to be 2 of the most inconvenient instruments to own, just because
I don't know.
you
I
can't
feel
take
like
them
what
anywhere.
about a
I
pocket
feel
harp?
like a harp would be much easier to maneuver than like a giant cello or a giant brass instrument. Granted, you can get cases for them, but I feel like a cello would be easier to move than those at times.
Yeah, cello's absolutely easier.
Excuse me. I feel like a harp would be easier to move than some of those at times.
I guess not the harps I've seen. The harps I've seen are those freaking
I
gargantuan
would-
ones.
Way
I would
so
argue
much.
that a drum kit would be harder to move around than a harp.
It depends. Depends
Harps
on how
have
big.
wheels.
Not all of it.
Or just get a dolly.
I gotta look
I
up.
guess they
harps
don't.
now.
I don't think they have wheels, but you could just throw them on a dolly and move
Harps
them.
gotta weigh a lot, though, right? I mean, their frames are usually freaking.
Yeah,
hardy,
I'm
man.
sure they weigh a ton, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they're probably one of the most heavy instruments other than a piano, because a piano is essentially a harp, just on its side. But a lot of times you see people, like that. They kind of tip them back a lot of times and push them with like wheels, or they throw them on a dolly or something. I don't think they'd be as hard to move as you think. They might be awkward, a bit
Yeah.
awkward, but
I guess
Not
it depends
terrible.
on the size you get. Yeah, even like that one. That one's not bad. I guess the one that we have at our school is huge. Yeah, the one we have at the school is like the size of that man.
you guys got a harp at your school?
Yeah, we have a teacher that teaches harp lessons, but she quit and she's like, "Can I store my harp here?" And my boss is like, "Yeah, if you pay us." So,
She quit trying to use it as a
Can
Can I
Yeah.
store my
storage
harp
unit.
here?
yeah,
Imagine that saying that.
yeah, that's all my boss said. Yeah, if you pay me like a freaking holding fee.
Dude, that's funny.
Wow. And we can use it. Kick him with that too. But going back to what Zay was saying, I imagine those people like just doing the piano business like that. Like, think about it. There's a lot of people that kind of just pick their passion and then do something with it. Like, you know, Toy Story 2, there's that doll maker, the doll guy that like cleans them up and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's another niche thing,
Creepy,
though.
dude.
It'd be stuff like that. I think there's a lot of those niche things that you wouldn't really think of as a job, but there's people out there that do them because there's a little bit of a demand for it.
Al from Al's Toy Barn.
Well, Al's not is it Al the
No,
one
no,
that does
no,
it? It was
Al's
the old
not.
guy.
The
Al
old man.
sells.
Oh,
yeah, Al
yeah.
sells the toys to him.
Yeah, it was the cool old guy. I
Yeah.
liked him.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet there's people like
My
that
favorite
that
scene in the movie.
refurbish stuff all the time. You got to think about like people just like to collect things,
Yeah.
and especially older like dolls, probably from the 20s and 30s and 40s that we've never even laid eyes on. Someone's probably got a massive collection of them.
Well, my yeah, like one of my grandmas, she has a lot of freaking older like dolls that she's just collected over the years. I mean, some of those have that value because they're all freaking handmade. I mean, the detail. I mean, I don't know. There's got to be some market for that. There has to be. That stuff's crazy, dude.
I got recommended a video on YouTube of this guy restoring a Zippo lighter.
What?
Like from like a nasty like rusted out Zippo lighter, and he restores it to basically brand new.
That's cool.
And I imagine he didn't do that one day to say, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel where I restore Zippo lighters. I imagine that was his job, and then he said I could do more by making videos of this.
Dang.
It's pretty fun to watch the process, but like that kind of stuff's all over YouTube. And I imagine they didn't start as a YouTube gag. It was it was definitely their like I guess their passion job, maybe their hobby, but I could foresee it being more so like a job they were actually doing and getting money from like selling on eBay, or maybe they had a storefront or something.
I could see people watching that too. That just sounds like a good kind of interesting.
Well, it's a very satisfying kind of like relaxing thing on it. It's almost like ASMR stuff.
Yeah.
Very similar ASMR.
Dang.
My little brother's really into watching like restoration of video game consoles, so he's watched a lot of that. But I've seen like shoe restoration videos where these divers will go dive into like lakes or oceans and get shoes.
Yeah.
Some of them are like Air Jordan 3s, so they're like the old like 1990s, early 2000s shoes whenever Air Jordan came out. But
Yeah.
and then they'll restore some of those. I'm like, dang, this is really freaking cool.
I was watching this one channel where this guy would make model cars. He'd like buy those kits at like Hobby Lobby or something like that with all the tiny pieces, and he'd like prep them all and paint them like airbrushing, and like do all this extra stuff. Use like the wet sandpaper with like 3,000 grit on the paint to smooth it out all nice, and it was just like super hardcore. And like the battery cables, he had actual wires, and he'd like wire them into the car to kind of look like how it would be if it was a real car, like. And like the AC tubes and stuff like that from the radiator and all the way to the engine block. It was just like, dang, that's a lot of work. But that was either his hobby or like something he would do and just sell them. And he turned it into a YouTube thing on the side too. Like there's no way that a lot of these things that people do, like the piano, going back to that, are just something that they're doing for fun, I guess. There's definitely a market for a lot of that stuff, and it's kind of cool to see. I'm sure the piano guys, the people that do the sales, they probably could have their own YouTube channel where they restore the pianos on them.
Yeah.
I guess it's
That's
just a
what they're
very
doing.
expensive. It's a very expensive hobby.
Yeah,
like, do
that's where that
pianos.
one's weird, because it is pianos and it's a very expensive one to get into for sure. Compared to a lot of the other ones that I've mentioned are really cheap on the flip side.
But maybe they're flipping for good money, so it's like, if they sell one a month and they're making 20 grand profit.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I think might be happening.
Yeah.
They're just traveling around, maybe the state, maybe the country, and then they just find them at these Facebook marketplaces, state sales, things like that, and get them for dirt cheap and then flip them. That's kind of my guess. It wouldn't be a bad gig. I don't think I could ever do it though, just because there's a lot of traveling that has to go with it. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting though to think about it that way. They're flipping pianos.
yeah, cool market idea, I guess. Not for me, but the closest thing I could do to that is just buying stuff and then flipping it. Just buying stuff that I like know about what could be pricey or not.
Those videos, I feel like they've kind of taken off in popularity. Is the ones that are like, you start with a paper clip, you flip it into a house or something.
Okay,
Flip
I've
it
always
into,
been curious about like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like those are like that stuff starting to kind of.
That's becoming a
pick up.
popular thing.
Yeah.
Is it legit though? You think it's actually real, or do you think they have like people set up to like help them get from a paper clip to something actually worth value?
They totally could. But I mean, I don't know. Just the idea of it. I mean, I've seen enough of it. Unless all those people are just faking their videos and they find enough people to like fake trade them and stuff for all these nicer things.
I remember growing up and hearing about that kind of stuff when I was a really young kid, and I used to think, man, I'm gonna take this paper clip and get rich. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a car. I'm gonna have a house from this paper clip. You know, I was stoked about it. Obviously, I couldn't find anybody to trade a paper clip to.
That's gotta be so hard though. Like, I'll trade you for that pencil.
Yes,
I'll trade you for
it's gotta. You just have to have. I don't know. You have to meet the right person and have the right thing at the right time.
Yeah,
it's gonna take you so long to find people. And
but I mean, I used to watch. I think it was just called Flippers or something that they had on like the, I don't know, History Channel or something. And my dad
House
would watch.
flippers?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but they would. That's what they would do. Is they would just start with something, and they would bargain all the way up until they get like, I don't know. There was one I remember they traded. I can't remember what they started with, but they eventually got to a boat, and I'm like, really? You got to a boat? I don't know. I remember they traded like a hot dog stand or something to get this boat. I'm like, that's so dumb. This isn't real. A hot dog stand, you get a boat? Is that guy really that dumb? But
or he doesn't care.
Yeah, I remember actually seeing that video too. Like a lot of those jumps were way too big in my opinion.
They didn't have enough time to like do the gradual.
Yeah,
like,
maybe
skip 3 or 4.
Maybe, like it's maybe like they're like, oh crap, let's cut the crappy stuff out of the footage. Let's cut the hot dog stand to the hoverboard. We don't nobody cares about a hoverboard. Let's skip that. Okay, yeah, he's got a boat now.
I think my favorite one of those shows that was just like really far out there was called Human Wrecking Balls. These two buff dudes, they just broke
that was
down
a dumb
buildings.
show, but I remember that.
What would they
one.
do?
They just
run into
like
stuff?
there was one where they broke a gas station. Like two guys literally demolished a gas station with their hands.
Huh.
They'd like buy a house to renovate it, or not renovate it, but like to destroy it essentially. And they just like it'd be like running yourself through that wall right there, through the drywall, through the 2x4s, getting to the other side,
And they would just use their bodies to break
to
things.
destroy the house.
That's like the whole episode. And then they'll have the dramatic.
The dramatic one was always like
Dave's
the
gonna
brick
grab
wall.
a chair and he's gonna run through this glass wall.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Find out.
Is he gonna live? And then as he's running and he's like, yeah, jumps through, cuts to a commercial.
Yeah.
Arby's pops up.
Is the glass gonna cut his jugular?
Yeah.
Find out next, and like, as soon as the Arby's commercial's done, he's just bleeding out. Dave's dead. The other show on the History Channel that was the American Pickers.
Yeah.
I actually really liked watching that show because it was super fun to see all the random old stuff that they would find. But then after a while, it became very obvious they were setting up their finds.
Yeah,
It
and
was
that's
very
always
obvious.
disappointing when you get to that point. I remember
Yep.
Pawn Stars was like that for me.
Yeah, Pawn Star. Like I heard, like somebody said that they were on the show and they said, yeah, they just told me to come in and read off the script and yeah, that's pretty much.
I mean,
You
it
should have
makes-
went there. You should have went to that.
Yeah, we
that
thought
place.
about
That'd
it, but
been
like,
cool.
I don't really care.
I don't think
That's
Rick
really
Harrison
dumb.
works.
The problem is people want to watch that kind of stuff. Like, it's more exciting to get a pen from 1600s than it is for some guy to bring in like the last box of Twinkies. You know what I mean? Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that when I figured out that, like, when I found out that was staged, I used to binge that show because I was really interested. I'm like, what's gonna happen this time? You never know what's gonna walk through that door, as my boy Rick says.
Is Chumley gonna get fired this time?
Oh no.
Is he gonna buy
Jail.
something dumb?
Chun-Li slowly turns into F-boy because his teeth are just all white. Got these Jordans. He's just hair slicked back.
Wait, did he go to jail? Isn't that a thing?
Was it Chumley went to
Yeah, he got
Probably.
arrested for
Arrested?
something.
But then he just turns into this freaking slick.
I don't
just
know if he went to
businessman.
jail.
I always remember like when he'd actually happen to get like some crazy purchase, like he'd be like, "Suck it, Rick," or whatever. Like, just like I hate my life.
Or it's like every time it's like, I know I got a buddy. I gotta call him. I'm gonna call him, see what the value of this is. It's like,
He's a
dude.
professional for literally everything.
And they,
under the
and they
sun.
walk in. This professional's like, it's fake. Rakes them for all their money. The professional's like, yeah, it's fake. I'm sorry. It's
That's
only worth.
fake.
It's
It
only
is.
worth $200. Like, what are you asking? He's like, 20 grand. It's like, oh, I don't think it's
He
worth
goes,
that.
Well, I know what I'm gonna flip this for.
He goes.
Oh, shoot.
It's
He was arrested for possessing crystal meth, marijuana, Xanax, and multiple firearms. Evidence of possible cocaine use was also
wow,
found.
Chumley. Wow.
He really went
Jeez.
downhill. Let himself go.
I was gonna say, the professional looks at Rick and just goes, "Sorry, man, it's fake." And then he turns to the customer, and goes, "I can give you about $200 for this. I don't think Rick's gonna want to buy it, but I'll buy it off you for $200
Right now.
right now." And he gives him the money, and they walk away. And like he gives like the interview shot, you know, he goes, "It's 100% real. I scammed him both."
I scammed that guy in broad daylight.
I'm giving this to Rick now for 20 grand.
Oh my gosh! I remember the celebrity spots on there. I think Steve Carell went in there one time. Like, what are you doing, Steve
I think
Carell?
those are all fake too, though. I think they just bring on celebs.
Yeah.
And Steve
Just like-
Carell's like, I got this bra from the 30s. It's kind of wet.
I think my mother wore it.
They're kind of like, what would that be for? They kind of like boost the ratings, but also maybe like the actor has a movie coming out. I don't know what that
That's
would
probably
be
like
for.
a cross promotion.
Yeah,
It's like,
Michael
dude.
Scott just comes there. Listen, I have this
Got paper.
autograph from a famous pop star, and he looks at it, it's like it's not real. It's like, aren't you gonna bring in a professional? It's like, listen, sir, I can tell this is fake.
It doesn't even say the right name. It's supposed to say Michael Jackson. It says Michael Scott.
Yeah. It's like, wait.
Wait.
Who's Michael Scott? It's like, that would be me.
He's like,
It's like,
I told you it was a
you gotta bring
signed
in your friend.
photograph.
Call your friend.
Call your.
The
call
whole
your
show
friend.
is just like
Yeah.
is an episode of The Office, basically. It's just like,
He just comes back in multiple times with multiple things. It's just random crap he can find in his car.
Yeah.
brings his own professional. It's like, it's real. It's, it's
buys
Dwight. It's Dwight or something.
Yeah.
It's real.
He buys something at the pawn store and then tries to flip it.
That could be a funny episode of The Office. That would have been funny.
Oh man, that would be really good.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm tired. I saw Thane falling asleep.
yeah. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've fallen asleep on the podcast.
147 episodes in, and Thane finally took a nap on the podcast.
Got him.
I don't know. There must have been other times where
Yeah,
it's just
probably. Just out, probably.
Mouth wide open. Well, we'll be back in
Told you I had to work both
another
hands.
couple weeks with another episode of the podcast. Hope you guys enjoy.
Also, how'd you guys enjoy the live stream? Did we all die?
Hopefully it was
Is
good.
this
Did
the
you enjoy
last
it?
episode of the podcast?
Did you
How
love
are
it?
we gonna pick whose teams? By the way,
Did you love it? Did you hate it?
Is it gonna be like flip a coin thing or?
We'll decide that on the live stream, and you'll see the
Okay.
results.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
guys for watching though. Have a great rest of your week, and as always.
Keep it rad.
Bow, 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 bow,
Yeah, that's a long song.
That's my ending.